Hello, and welcome to the Casino Tears podcast. I'm one of your hosts, 10 Ton is number one, and joining me as my co-host is the one and only Ed Robinson from Roll to Win Craps. If you want more info on our show, please visit our page at casinotears.com. On this week's show, we discuss forcing bets, game planning, place bet management, pressing extremes. We also touch on disrespecting the game, sister numbers, 6 Easy, the Blue Angels, Memphis Gentlemen, Paris Mittens, and Ed Heralds pumpkin season. You remember how I say the game is like football, Ed? Well, perfect example. I'm down 14-0 in the first quarter, and my entire game plan was just, let's go for the Hail Mary. Let's go for the Hail Mary. Instead of just putting it out of my head and playing solid, disciplined craps and chipping up and chipping up and chipping up and chipping up, which I could have done, but I didn't. I kept going for the home run ball. My rolls at that craps table were nice, dude, but instead, I'm always going for the home run, playing disciplined. That's gone. That was
think
gone.
About how many eights did you throw?
Fucking hit the repeater for sure, dude.
All right, so let's just say you hit 6 of them.
No, I hit more than 6. Guaranteed I hit more than 6.
The repeater is 6. You started at 25. Here's how I would have played you. I would have started with 30.
Mm-hmm.
Go to 42. I got a quarter in the rack. Now I've got $7 on that 8 that'll pay me $49. 50 for one. Call it 50. You hit it again. I got 75 in the rack off that 8. I'm not putting that shit on the damn 11, 3, and 12. They ain't hit yet. They ain't paying the rent. Why would I give them more money? All right.
Man.
Third hit. I might even collect again because I still got all this other money out there. 3 hits, same bet. Now I've got $125 round number in my rack.
You're a good landlord, dude. You are managing your property well.
All right.
Yep.
4th hit. What the hell? Let's go to 90.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't cost me anything.
Nope.
Right? Next hit, I collect 105. I'm collecting the 105.
Yeah. Getting that rent money
I got 105, and whatever I just said I had in my rack, 75.
Yeah. You have a good tenant right now.
So now I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Where do I go from there? From 90, I can go to 120 and put a little bit in the rack, a little bit of a press, or I can go straight to 180 and hope you hit it again. I go to 210.
Nice.
I'm probably going to set on a random guy who's doing that kind of shit that I don't really know at a crapless table. I'm going to set it 90 and see if I can collect a couple 105s before I go to 120.
Yeah.
Because I like collecting hundreds.
Man, I like collecting on randoms. I love collecting on randoms.
Or anybody.
Yeah.
I like collecting black chips on anybody. But if I don't know the person, right? There again, I got money sitting on. I probably don't even have the 2 and 12 covered yet, to be honest with you. I usually start with a 3 and 11.
Your blueprint for winning is solid. Can't argue with anything that you're saying at all.
But my blueprint does, if I want to really get on up there, it's got to be a long roll to make any really decent money. I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to get up at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm probably playing a 3, 6, 8, 11, and a field bet. And my field bet's not working on all those 8s you're throwing. I don't know if you threw them consecutively or you threw other.
Oh, there are a bunch of them consecutively.
So I would have probably waved the white flag on the field bet pretty quick and just placed a number. Whatever other number maybe you were hitting as a secondary number, maybe a 5, maybe a 10, whatever it was, minimum bet. I'm not going to go out there big like you do, but I'm trying to work it up and see what I can catch. Eventually, you're going to throw a 2 or 12. You probably never did.
No, I didn't.
All right. So let's examine the 2 or 12 on the crapless at a quarter level. Right? Pays 150.
Mm-hmm.
I can press, and you've almost got to. You've almost just got to press that 2 or 12, just in case it hits again.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you can press at a quarter. Forget going to 100. I want that 125 in my rack because you know what? I just basically covered all my action on one hit.
I know it's nice, man. That's managing. You're a good property manager. Solid.
You don't want to just keep pressing up those numbers. They're so hard to hit.
I know, dude. Homeowners Association, the HOA.
Yeah, you
dude.
got to pay your dues.
No,
man.
I did not. I was just like, man, maybe it's the residual effects of living in California. I just let them just stay there and stay there and stay there. I couldn't kick them out. I just let them pile in, and I never collected anything from them.
And you put more money on them.
I know.
You
I
probably
did.
went in and put you went into
I did home
those.
improvements on those numbers.
That's what I was just fixing to say. You went in and put new carpet down.
Yeah.
You put new appliances in.
Hmm.
You painted the bedroom, the hallway.
Yeah.
Gave them a 18-inch toilet instead of a 16-inch toilet.
Sure. Sure.
And they never paid for the damn
No,
time of it.
here, let me just pay your
You're like the
utilities.
freaking U.S. government.
Yeah, exactly. Republic of California. Just here, have it all. Other people pay for it. This guy 10 ton will pay for it. Have it all.
You did.
Yep, that's what I did.
Yep. That's
Horrible
exactly right.
business management. That's what I was saying.
So at least you know that. And I'm not dissing on you. We've all made
I'm dissing on me.
We have all made those mistakes.
I think sometimes you need to be reminded, but man, this was a brutal reminder because of all the hard work that I did the last 2 months to get this thing. I was very
You
proud of
pissed
this
away
crap.
in just moments.
2 hours, 2.5 hours, whatever. It was just basically lit my bankroll on fire. Thank God I'm still up technically, but still, man, I just lit it on fire.
Now you got to go to work to pay those markers off, and it's just to be even from where you were at your high point.
Yep. And got to get back to work playing
That's the next goal.
solid craps, which is what I was not playing. You know, when I was talking to Bo, I had a long talk with Bo last night, and he's asking me, he's like, after that 0.7, after those 3.7s early, were your bets working? I was like, yeah. He's like, when will you learn? I'm like, you know what? I think I just did. I think I just did what I will maybe wait for that.
I said that
That would have saved me close to fucking almost $2,000.
in similar fashion. I said that on the podcast that dropped yesterday. Sometimes you just got to learn the hard way. It doesn't matter how many times you hear it. It doesn't matter how many times people tell you, until you experience getting your nuts clipped off, you don't get it.
I went back home and picked up my car in valet. One of those things that's like, it's still attached to me. I think still sucking money out of my wallet.
They will bleed you drier than
My
a tick.
7-star card wasn't working. It's so funny. They're like, your card's broken. Literally, the valet guy. I'm like, it deserves to be broken after I broke it. Okay, man, this was is humbling.
We all do stupid things. Sometimes they work. Most of the time they don't. But I'm just going to tell you again, and for the listening audience's benefit, never take a winning bet and put it on a loser bet.
That's good advice, man. That is good advice.
You don't take winning bets and take that money and put it on losing bets.
What else? Don't force a game. Bo was like, why are you forcing this game?
Yeah, you're trying to make the game come to you instead of you going to the game.
Which is exactly what we're saying in the last episode. The secret to the Holy Grail, becoming one with the land. I was not becoming one with the land. I was just like an agitator.
Yeah.
I was just trying to take and pillage. And instead I got beat down because it was disrespectful. I disrespected everything about this game because I thought I could just force my will on the game in every sense of the word. Those rolls, I had solid rolls too. That's the irony of it all.
It doesn't matter if you had solid rolls.
Didn't capitalize on any of them.
You did not capitalize on what the table was giving you.
Nope.
And sometimes we're slow to do that. I mean, I've been saying, we've all had this Tuma moments. This isn't what you experienced because you were forcing it. I've watched people throw 3 4s and I'm like, no way they can throw another one. And they throw 3 more. Right? I mean, we all have those moments. We call those Tuma moments, thumb up my ass moments, because I'm just sitting there at the table watching fours pile up and I'm not on any of it. Those kind of things are going to happen. And we're all guilty, all, including myself, of trying to chase to catch up. But I am never guilty, can promise you, of taking money that's winning and putting on money that's losing.
Tell me about it, dude. I usually don't do that.
But you do.
I usually don't do that. And then I'm doing it.
I mean, I have learned long ago, but I have never been that guy. I have never been that guy. And I watch them in Tunica. Those gentlemen from Memphis will pop into Tunica and they'll place a 6 or 8 and they'll place extremes and they're shooting for extremes, but every 6 and 8 money goes on every win on a 6 or 8 goes on extreme numbers.
Yeah.
I don't play that way.
No, dude, I don't usually play that way either.
I don't feel like that's smart, but you did that.
I know I did it, but wait, yeah, I did it. Am on record saying the only time I don't play sister numbers, dude. I don't like feed sister numbers. I don't believe in that, except there's a caveat to that rule. But Ed, this is the only time the caveat when I press it's my 10-4 good buddy, only when I have $50 on a 4 and 10, just so I can get them to 100. And then they are on their own.
I totally disagree with that. Don't press.
I only do it at that level.
I don't. Because why would I press a number that's never even hit?
Well, here's why. I'll tell you exactly why.
I know why you do it. Go ahead.
On those two numbers, my play is two numbers, either of those hitting. Could be a 4 and 10. It could be a 10 and 4. It could be a 4 and 4. But either way, when I start with those at 50, one hits, I want them both at 100. The next hit, I'm taking down 250, another 50. I'm taking down $300. That's why.
Are you taking down the one that didn't hit?
Yeah, I'm taking it down because I'm only using it as the opportunity.
What if it doesn't hit? What if neither one hits again?
Yeah, you know what, dude? I don't know. What if? I'm willing to take that gamble. That's part of my.
You got $50 on the 4. You got $50 on the 10. The 4 hits one time.
10-4, good buddy, and now I got them both at 100.
You got them both at 100. You got them both at 100. You got them both at 100.
Yep.
The 10 has never hit.
Correct. You are correct.
The 4
sir.
has hit one time.
You are correct, sir.
And then somebody throws 18 6s and 8s.
Mm-hmm.
And then a 7.
Yeah, well, I'm on those 6s and 8s, by the way, because I'm not just.
Yeah, but by the way, you also lost $200.
Also, if somehow a 10 squeaks in there, I'm taking that down because I've got a plan with that.
If the 10, I'm just using the realistic scenario. The 4 hit once, the 10 never hit.
Okay.
All the other box numbers hit a while, and then they 7 out. You didn't get your money back off that 4. You pressed a number that never hit. I don't agree with. I do not agree with that.
I know. But that's what makes me quote unquote special. Okay. And that people can
special ed. You're not special ed. I'm special ed.
No, dude, but that's because I'm getting my money back from that somewhere else. And it's why I'll argue why I play the bonus, because I play the bonus.
If the 7 comes right after you press that 4 and 10, you don't get none of it back.
Yep. And it's called gambling, and I understand what I'm getting into.
It's called gambling. Maybe you understand what you're getting into, but you got yourself into a freaking loss when you did it.
It's like this. I approach the ATS or the repeater.
We're not talking about any of that bullshit. We're talking about box numbers.
Doesn't matter. I'm approaching that as a box number. Okay. It's like, well, when are you getting your money back from that? I'm going to get my money back from other places. Even though it's out there, I'm still going to get my money back for that. So yeah, I have money on the 4 and 10. I just don't take it back.
What's showing on my screen right here, that did not happen.
No, dude. And there's a lot of greens in there. But I'm telling you why.
I know there's a lot of greens in there, but I look at I'm looking at that freaking, let me scroll up and look at that.
But that didn't happen because I ignored the flash flood warning and I just kept getting swept away.
I mean, you're up. Dude, I want to reiterate to you September 6th.
Yeah.
Go ahead and laugh.
Go ahead.
You're up.
$10,996. I'm up. That's my high point.
Yeah. Your win-loss year to date, You had a $20,000+ swing and you're up $10,996
Mm-hmm.
on September
Sweet
6th.
baby Jesus, dude. That's good.
Yeah, just like Talladega Nights. All right, so you went on the next day. You went September 7th. Nah, you lost just a little bit. You're up $9,801.
Mm-hmm.
You lost a grand,
Mm-hmm.
$1,100, round numbers.
Mm-hmm.
All right. September 8th, next day, 3 days in a row, you went back.
Mm-hmm.
You're flat.
Mm-hmm.
It's barely a winner on the day. You're up $9,800.
Mm-hmm.
Then you finally decide to go again
Mm-hmm.
on 16th. So we're going from the 8th. A
Mm-hmm.
week later, you go on the 16th, and you're up again, barely. You're
Mm-hmm.
you're you're barely climbing back up. You're okay. You're in great shape. You're
Mm-hmm.
up $10,000. Boom. You decide, well, I'm up that. I'm going to go again on the 19th. So 3 days later, you go and play again
Mm-hmm.
at the Palms.
Mm-hmm.
You did not shoot, as I recall.
Discipline, dude. I remember walking to the cage and walking in my car, and I was like, man, I'm a fucking craps player, man. I just
You
didn't
got
shoot.
cocky.
I didn't
Mentally,
shoot. But you know
you
what?
didn't
Yeah,
even
I'm
shoot.
like,
You
I'm
weren't even there 30 minutes. You won a few hundred, 500
500
bucks or
bucks. I'm
whatever.
like, you know what? The
You're
casino
up.
just handed me
You are up.
$500. Yep.
So in a matter of 1 month, you've
Mm-hmm.
gone from $10,000 down to $10,000 up. That's a $20,000 swing. You had a great and glorious walk up and down the strip, paying off your markers,
Yeah, yeah. Nice.
right?
Yep, putting money in my pocket. Yep.
Plus, you got money in your
I
pocket.
paid for a table. I paid for a
Paid for
table.
your table. You paid for your new table.
Yep.
You shot that off.
Mm-hmm.
You paid off all your markers.
Life is good in the kingdom,
Then
dude.
you got 10 grand in your pocket.
Dude, Knights of the Craps table, shining the armor. Everything's
And then
good.
you go, I am so freaking good. I just got this game wrapped around my
Mr.
finger.
Cool. Yep.
And the craps gods come in on the 23rd, which was
Late night, 23rd. Yep.
5 days later.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Yep.
I had a negative, but I'm still up 8 grand, 8,300.
Yep.
I'm still up 8,300.
Mm-hmm.
I can get this back. No problem.
Yeah,
Let me
no
go.
problem. Yep.
No
'Cause I'm
problem. Let me
cool
get this
guy.
back.
Yep.
I got this shit figured out. I can't lose. I've got this magic betting thing that I do. I can toss out my ass.
Yep.
It don't matter, right?
Yep.
Now I'm down to just barely up 1,880. You're up $1,900
You are correct, sir. Exactly.
because that's what you're putting on display
Mm-hmm.
as actual numbers.
It is actual quantifiable fucking numbers that are all there, documented with people that were there. Yep. Definitely not what I want to put out there to the world, but let's see where this goes.
Now, what I want to see my co-host do is turn that purple into freaking green, or I got to find a new co-host, or we're going to have to go into a comedy routine or something because we got to get you right.
I talked to Bo for almost an hour and a half yesterday, and he was like, it's some of the fundamentals. You weren't listening, letting the game come to you, and you weren't playing what the game is. I was blind. Colorblind kid.
Something happened to you. I don't know what happened. I don't know what.
I told you, Ed, I was tired and I got into tunnel vision and I basically threw out everything that I pride myself on doing. And I think maybe every gambler or every craps player has gone through this. Sometimes it's amplified by alcohol, which in my case, it would have been. Even just a few drinks, I would have been like, fuck it. Let me just dust this off, go for a Hail Mary. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Like I said, the shame of this all is my rolls on that crapless table should have been positive, given the fact that I rolled over 15, probably 20 times and did not, because I was so consumed with the getting it back in a hurry that it
You've
made
got to
it's
get it
the
back. If
classic
you got,
mistake, right?
all right. So
Pressing, going for that. Classic.
if you're in that situation where you've got to get it back, we've all been there multiple times. You cannot get it back in one Hail Mary. You've got to go for 11 yards and move the sticks.
Yeah, dude, I like it. Bring in the football reference.
I'm bringing it in for just
One
for you.
play at a time,
You got
QB.
to just move the sticks.
Yep.
That's all you got to do. You got 2 minutes and 54 seconds, and you just got to score. You
Why
got to
wasn't
move.
I benched? I needed someone to bench me.
I
They
would have
should have
benched
brought
your
in,
ass.
someone should have brought in the,
When you saw me coloring up,
oh my
that
God.
would have been a signal.
Know who should have been there? 6 Easy. 6 Easy would have benched me. He would have grabbed me and been like, 10 ton. I've been there. Come on, don't do this. You're better than this. 6 Easy. I should have looked at his battle coin that's in my license. In fact, Ed, I'm
Amore, which means love.
fate. Yeah, I'm handing in my
Fate.
license. You know what Bo
Amore
said?
fate.
Bo was like, don't play. You need to get your mind back in the game. I'm taking off my license, Ed, putting it here. He's like, get your head back in the game. Don't go play. And he's right. He's right. Just
Practice. Just practice.
practice. And you know what I did yesterday? What I always did after losses, if I'd had sessions years ago, I'd just put my head down and I'd work at my regular job and go, I squandered this money. That's a big swing. I worked all last night. I worked all day today. I'm going to just practice and go there with a clear head, fresh start, fresh game, put this in the rear, analyze all of the mistakes. Ed, what should the title of this episode be? 10 ton is number dumb or when the levee breaks? Because
Flash flood warning.
yeah, flash flood warning. I was swept away, man. But everyone's been there. Every gambler.
Yes. I've been there. I remember, gosh, it's been several years ago. I had been on a long winning streak. I mean, major winning streaks. And I didn't. This guy I know says, hey, I'm going to go to this Indian casino over in Mississippi. And why don't you come meet me up? So I told my wife, so I'm going to meet this guy up. I'm going to go for the weekend. I have hardly ever been back since. Number one, the tables are really bouncy. They're not conducive to my toss. They're all 14 plus footers, and they're very bouncy. And I lost a lot of money just trying to get back to even. And I never got there in like 3 days, 2 days, 2 nights, whatever. So we've all been there. I've been there at the Hard Rock, fall off a cliff on Friday night, and then I got to dig out of a hole on Saturday morning. Everybody does it. The worst part of any kind of for us to have to travel, the worst part is you get there, you're excited, you're really not really ready to play, but you go ahead and play. So we all everybody breaks the don't play on travel day rule, right? But you've got to know that travel day is not going to be your best day for any length of time, for any distance. I don't have the luxury of having, I don't have maybe the evil of having a casino 45 minutes away. I've got to drive several hours just to get to one.
Right.
I'm going to stay overnight. I'm going to stay 2 nights, whatever it is. So you have to adjust and build your play towards that. So I'm working my mental game right now as we've been talking, as I've been practicing. I'm getting ready for Vegas at the end of October, right? So how do I get ready for that? I am practicing. I'm learning my sets. I'm reiterating my sets. I'm justifying the sets. What numbers do I expect to hit? If I'm not getting what I expect to hit, how am I adapting to what I hit instead of what I expect? I'm getting ready for a very long, quite frankly, too long of a period of time in Las Vegas. So that's a lot of mental preparation.
Yeah.
what am I going to do? How am I going to get there? And how am I going to chop this bankroll? Committing, I'm committing a bankroll for 6 nights.
Yeah.
That's a long time
Yeah, it is.
for me because I'm going to play every day. I'm going to play a lot every day. So how am I going to adjust it? How am I going to fit it in? How am I going to play it? What's my win loss? Blah blah blah. And I am right now. I'm doing nothing but practicing my toss, my set that I want to use, and getting the results off of that. All right. So I'm still a month out. So I'm still adapting. I'm still adapting and practicing my play for that trip and that trip only.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Focused in, dude. Like training like you're Rocky, dude.
I'm chasing a chicken in the backyard, dude, trying to catch it.
Man. Yeah, you're in Siberia training, carrying a log up the hill.
You ever tried to catch a chicken running around in the yard?
No, doesn't sound like fun.
It's damn hard. It's damn hard, dude, especially when you're hungry.
Yeah.
I'm in training. I'm in training. I'm in boot camp. I'm in training for Las Vegas.
Yeah, these Las Vegas craps, these aren't the country craps that you're used to. These are the Las Vegas craps. They could be dangerous, man.
Sometime between now and then, I'm going to make a practice run. I'm going to make a
Yeah.
practice run where I've got bonus bets. I've got
Yeah.
maybe an ATS I'm going to play all the time, and then I'm going to have a regular bet. I'm going to practice it as regular craps. I'm going to practice it as crapless. How am I going to react? I'm
Yeah.
not to that point yet. I've still got a few weeks out, but next week I will start honing down. We're going into October. I will start honing down 8 sets.
Nice. I
Eight
like it.
sets. What 8 sets will give me an opportunity to exploit an advantage? And then knowing all that, whatever that is, whatever those sets are, and whatever that so called advantage is, will I be able to adapt if I'm not getting what I expect? So I know what I expect. I'm going to know by 3 days from now. I will know what I'm expecting. Now, what am I going to do if I'm not getting what I'm expecting? So I'm in preparation. I'm in mental game mode preparation for a trip. It's a long trip, 6 nights. That's a lot of
Yeah, you need your
exposure.
endurance, dude. You're going to be out there.
I'll even take I will even take
Your
maybe
hunting
the
hat.
ginkgo biloba
Biloba, dude.
because
Yeah, make
I went and looked at the bottle this morning and I went, damn, if it ain't biloba instead of bilboa.
it is, right?
Yeah,
I know, man. Make sure you bring that so you don't forget your sets.
I haven't broken the seal yet. There's too many carbs in it.
There are not. Don't worry about that. Pretend
There's
it's a,
9 carbs in
oh
one of those
my
freaking pills.
God.
I'm 30 or less carbs a day.
Okay, well,
And
man, you're going to
I
need those
can't,
carbs to be out in the wild hunting.
that's a month away. That's a
Okay.
month away. We'll eat jerky.
Yeah.
No carbs in jerky.
But I think it's good to look at all these when you do have a loss. And this is what I was talking to Bo about. We had a long talk about this. You could say, why? I already know why. I don't think you gave me an answer or provided me an answer that I didn't already know or have the answer to. I'm well aware of every mistake. That's part of like growing as a player. We all make mistakes. I'm not just going to automatically be win.
What I don't understand is because you are a seasoned player.
Hmm.
Everybody I know's met you. I've never met you in person. Everybody I know, all my
Yeah.
best friends, they've all met you. They've all shook your hand. They've all played craps with you. I don't know shit about you
Yep.
on a table.
Yep.
I mean, some of my best friends have been in your house, and I still haven't met you.
Yep.
So it's like he's just another dude that I don't know how he shoots yet.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, prove me right. Prove me a positive roll or prove me a negative roll.
Yeah,
I
dude,
don't
it is
care.
what it is. Like I said, you know what? It's going to be what it's going to
And
be.
the same for me. I do not want you betting heavy on me until you've qualified me
Trust me, I will not.
because we all have good days. We all have bad days. I have days where I can come down here to my practice table and my shot's on, my grip's great, my launch is awesome, the dice fly great, I'm getting great numbers. And then you have days where you cannot keep them
Ed,
anywhere near where they need to be.
Ed,
And that's
dude.
going to happen in a week.
First thing Bo said to me when we went out to play, he's like, just because I'm the dice coach, don't bet big. And you know what?
Correct.
I said that to fucking table maker because I was doing most of the shooting and he can vouch for it. I was like, table maker, don't go crazy. I said that to him. Okay.
Yeah.
But sometimes you can't stop people. He did bet big on me. And most of the time he won. Right. But he was betting bigger on me than I was betting on me, but he wasn't shooting. But
I know him well. I know him pretty well. I played him with him a few times, and black chips is his favorite color.
and I'm glad it worked out. But I was like, don't let me figure it out. But I know when I'm on. I have to qualify myself too. And that's why these mistakes are like, you can go, sometimes you need maybe little reminders. I've always grown and learned from it, but you can't sometimes, maybe that's why that expression is, one step forward, two steps back.
I remember a time one of my favorite dealers was on stick at Hard Rock on the crapless table, and a good a really good dealer. He's right in front of me because I'm at stick left one. I'm at 180. I've gone from 15 or 25, and I've kind of pressed my way up and take my normal progression on I'm on a crapless.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But here I am. I'm hammering. Whatever I'm hammering is either a 6 or 8. I think it was a 6. I'm at 180, and I've collected. Put 210 in the rack. Before long, I throw another one of those numbers, 6.
Mm-hmm.
Dealer looks at me, and he was like, you want to go to 240?
300?
I
Mm-hmm.
dropped him $30, and I said, take me to 420. I don't care if I'm on a crapless table or not. That's my play. Stickman hollers at the guy and goes, I guess he wanted to go a little bit higher than you thought he did. Right? And he was making fun of the dealer for trying to get me to, the dealer was trying to take me to 240, and the stickman was laughing at it because, like, I'm dropping you $30 and I'm going to 420. Right? So those are the plays you make. It don't matter how many numbers are out there, 2 through 12, 4 through 10. When you're in that pocket of hitting numbers, that's when you've got to pounce on the opportunity that the table has given you.
Dude, I
That
pounced and came up with nothing. I pounced in the wrong direction.
You pounced you went from being on dry land into a kayak that's going over the falls.
Yeah, on fire. I had someone handing me a gift and I was just slapping it away. Hey, I just slapping it away. Here, we want to give you this. And I just slapped it away.
Man,
Here, I want to give you this again. Slapped it away.
I know why you did it, because you were on a crapless table. So let me ask you a question before we close out.
Dude, I like it when you ask me questions. Go ahead. I'm ready. Give me your best question. We hope you enjoyed this podcast and will tell all of your fellow craps playing friends about it. Please follow Casino Tears on Apple Podcast, Spotify, or your favorite podcast app. If you like the show, please rate it 5 stars and leave a review. The best and most fun way to contact us would be to call and leave a message on our official Casino Tears vent line, 229-07. You can also email us at no7@casinotears.com. New episodes drop weekly every Tuesday. On behalf of Roll to Win Craps from Alabama and 10 Ton is #1 from Las Vegas, thanks for listening.